Hello YouTube and welcome to my first art breakdown video thing. I'm sure by the time this video is up I've come up with a better name for this, hopefully. So in this video we're going to be breaking down my drawing of Spider-Man that I made back in January. So I did start off by trying to come up with different poses that maybe would, I don't know, look cool and stuff. And two of these were really jank. I was trying to go for something like this, and unfortunately it did not come out like that. And could I have used reference instead of just pulling the stuff out of my butt? Most certainly. I do not think that reference is a bad thing, and unfortunately I have sort of been grinded into my mind that it is, and maybe subconsciously I just decide not to use reference for that reason. So I did my thumbnail sketches. I landed on two poses that I thought were they seemed decent, and then I blew them up, and I stuck with this one of him like falling through the sky trying to web something. Maybe it's a villain, maybe it's a person he's saving. I'd like to think it's a person he's saving, and yeah, I didn't have too many ideas for this. I just kind of really wanted to draw Spider-Man, and I kind of just went for a Sam Does Art kind of approach. Sorta. I just used the round brush and just kind of went for it, and I didn't know what kind of Spider-Man I wanted. I didn't know if I wanted the lines, but I kind of put them in there, and then I realized that I had drawn the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, which I guess that's what I drew, and I don't mind it. I kind of did in fact like it, and you can tell that I probably don't know what I'm doing. I went ahead and just highlighted where I thought things needed to be highlighted, and I used the approach of, like, at least in this scenario, he's outside. The brighter colors are going to be affected by the sun, so I went for more of a orange tint on the highlights, and then the opposite for the shadows, which for the most part don't really exist, but I went for more of a blue hint in the darker stuff. And then obviously I still used white for like the eyes and stuff for the very peak highlights. I say that I tried doing like the Sam Does Arts style, but I think I'm a little bit off of that. But I just wanted to sort of just like leave the rough sketch, because ultimately this is essentially a rough sketch. You can see that I was doing mostly chicken scratches because I'm still at that level, but yeah, I felt like it looked kind of good, and I just rolled with it. And then I started adding these lines and highlights and shadows to those lines, and it created this like 3D effect, because like the Raimi webbing, they're extruded a little bit, so I felt like I did a good job, at least in creating the sense that this isn't flat on the suit. And then I created this perspective thing of him, falling through the sky like I wanted. And obviously him being in New York, there's got to be tall buildings. Unfortunately, I did kind of run away from my responsibilities. These buildings were very much bare bones, and I kind of put the sun, and I tried making like these highlights and whatever, but ultimately I just put a blur on it and called it a day. Even now looking, I completely forgot that I totally did not draw his other hand. I got his webbing hand, and the other one is kind of like a block. In my mind I was like, it's far out, like it doesn't have to be detailed or whatever. But maybe in the future I'd give it more of thought, try and make it look like a hand, or even like a clenched fist at the very least. But that's pretty much it. I did try adding some like speed lines of I'm falling again. I probably could have used reference. I could have even looked at like some of the Spider-Verse stuff, and I probably would have been able to make something look a little bit nicer as far as those speed lines are concerned. Overall, I don't hate the painting. I think it's one of my best things that I've drawn recently, and I was really proud of this one. And yeah, I just felt like I have to share this for my first art breakdown. And what I learned from it the most, to be honest, is just to have fun, to just go out there and create. Like I felt like a kid again. Like I was drawing for the fun of it, and I was just trusting the process. I was going through it, and maybe it's not correct, maybe there's a lot of mistakes in it, but I just had fun. Like I was coloring, and I was like, let me see what like let me take these ideas, these principles, and let me apply them. Maybe the lining is absolutely atrociously wrong, but whatever. Ultimately it should be about the enjoyment of creating something that you want to put out in the world, or that you want to just keep to yourself, to feel proud about what you created. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but that's pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed my breakdown, if I could even call it that, And I hope that you guys also enjoyed the final product, you know, as much as I do. So that's pretty much it. If you want to check out another one of my videos, I do currently have a couple posted right now that you can check out, including this other breakdown of my Ben 10 drawing. And I am out. Catch y'all in the next video. Peace.